YouTubers, this is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review, and this time I'm reviewing Squadron by Capcom. Originally it was an arcade game that was later ported for the Super Nintendo, and pretty much the plot is that a group called Project 4 is oppressing people from a country called Commodore, and 3 pilots were hired to defeat Project 4. Now, this particular game is a side-scrolling shooter, pretty much like the 2 Capcom games on NES, 1942 and 1943, Battle for Midway on the NES. But the only exception is that the jets in Squadron has an energy bar in it, and the fighter pilots that you pick in the game are Shin Kazuma, Mickey Simon, and Greg Gates. Now each pilot starts with $3,000 and an F8 Crusader rather, at the beginning of the game, but you can buy pretty much like other jets and secondary weapons later in the game. And of course they are at different prices, with fighter jets being the most expensive. Now Squadron has pretty much 10 stages that you fight through, and you pretty much fight against tanks, artillery weapons, helicopters, stuff like that. And you will fight pretty much different bosses, from a mega tank to a submarine and everything. Plus, there are like different types of fighter jets that you will pick from, like the Tiger Shark, the Tomcat, the Thunderbolt, Stealth Ray, and Efret. And the weapons you can buy are like bombs, napalm, gunport, and stuff like that. You can also get like different types of items, like the blue power-ups, the red power-ups, the Mach, and stuff, and stars and stuff, and all have their own purposes in them. And that pretty much nice additions too. Now, the one thing that I can honestly say that was an unusual decision was the fact that when you die, you go back to the selection screen to buy the fighter jet and the 2 weapons. In which it is a head scratcher, because the fact that you don't do that when you play other side-scrolling shoot 'em ups like Gradius or 1942. All you do is just like pick what you gotta pick, and you play the game. And even if you die, you don't go back to the selection screen. Now, that is pretty much an odd decision, like I said, but it doesn't really ruin the game at all. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I do like about the game is that you can switch between the 2 secondary weapons that you pick, regardless of which ones that you happen to pick. You know what I'm saying? Now, the graphics and level design are pretty good in this game, with a nice color palette too. You know what I'm saying? Plus, the gameplay didn't necessarily set new standards, but it is pretty good because of the fact that you have secondary weapons, and the fact that I do like the fact that they added an energy bar to the plane. And truthfully, I wish that other shoot 'em ups had did that since this game had came out. You know. Now, the soundtrack is pretty good also, and is something that you expect from a shoot 'em up and stuff. Now the one, like I said, that the one thing that where you go back to the selection screen after you die is unusual, because the fact that other shoot 'em ups don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, why would Capcom even program that in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, the only upside that I can think of is you can get like a better plane than the one that you started out with, and other weapons. But other than that, it's just the odd choice from in general. But like I said, it doesn't really ruin you and Squadron, not even a little bit. And UN Squadron is an excellent game. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like this particular game is underrated because I rarely hear anyone like on YouTube really talk about it like that as one of the top Super Nintendo games. Of course, they talk about like Castlevania 4, Zelda's Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Super Mario World, stuff like that. But this game is rarely talked about since for like the last like really like 5, 6 years and stuff. You know what I'm saying? By other YouTubers, you know. But with that being said, I would definitely recommend you and Squadron to shoot 'em up fans, anyone who owns a Super Nintendo, retro gamers, and YouTubers who do let's plays on their channel and stuff. As far as the score, definitely give it an 8.5 out of 10 because it does a lot of things right, and some of the stuff in there are pretty much cliche to shoot 'em up though, but it's still an excellent game. With that being said, if you like UN Squadron or happen to be one of your favorite shoot 'em ups, you can mention it in the comment section. If you like my review of UN Squadron, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button and share it. And don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.